There are four wrong approaches that people have towards money, and today in this video we are going to examine these wrong approaches. And from the basic line of financial literacy, there are many things that people do either by ignorance or out of context because they don't know how basically these things works. And today in this video we have four different wrong approaches of four different mindsets of people who approach money from a wrong perspective, and they don't know why. That the reason why money become a scarce commodity for them was because their approaches to money are very wrong. And today we are going to examine these wrong approaches. And before I start, I will implore you that you should have a firm attention and gain understanding, especially these four approaches, because sometimes we may be doing everything right in our own eyes, but deep down we are doing many things wrong, or we are having few wrong moves that is not allowing all our efforts or all our hard work to pay back. So there are many things that we see or that we perceive good, but basically those are the little forces that spoils the vine. And I want us to understand basically that in finances you are not always right, or let me say you are always right in your own sense until somebody proves to you what you are doing that are wrong. And those are the things that normally happens to people here and there, as you always see. So today we are going to talk about the four wrong approaches of people towards money, and I want to explain this for you before I will start. That if you find yourself guilty of one of these things, please make sure that you are realigning yourself and make adjustment, because it's going to tell a long way. And I will tell you something. It takes a lot of time and effort before you begin to attract money. It's very easy to work for money, very easy, but it's very hard to attract money. And you don't attract money by what you do, you attract money by who you have become over time, and you attract money by the kind of mindset you have developed. And this thing takes time. Averagely it takes 5 to 10 years on an average. Some people take longer than that before you go to attract real dimension of financial sabbath. It takes average of 5 to 10 years on an average. And I have to tell you that one plainly, because financial stability and wealth accumulation is not rocket science. It is something that is done by understanding. It is done by gaining knowledge. And if you don't have these adequate tools at your disposal, you are going to find out that many things are not working. Many things are not working. So it's either that you have one of these wrong approach to money. That's why you look as though money is not able to stable much in your hand. So there are many wrong approaches that people have in their heart towards money, and this vague mindset in the heart of many people has caused them to handle money wrongly. Now, I'm basically talking about handling money. And also, people plan their finances depending on different wrong social perspectives. So, we are all victims of the knowledge. We are all victims of the mindset they have sold to us, either by our parents, by our friends, by lecturers, by colleagues, by people that are superior than us. We are victims of different social constructs, and this mindset we are victims of has caused us to begin to approach money in a very wrong way, especially If you live around people who have poor mindset, there are chances are very high that your approach to money will be almost wrong, because what keep them remain poor, they are going to sow that idea to you that will make you poor. That is why when you want to have a result, the best way to have that result is to find somebody who is currently having that same result. They are the people in best position to give you adequate knowledge about it. You can't gather 50 poor people and they begin to tell you about financial uh, literacy. Majority of what they are going to tell you will basically be theory. Even if at all they have a knowledge about it, it's basically be theory. The only person who can give you both theoretical and practical guidance into wealth is the person who have gone through the process, who have failed again and again, and by experience they have been back to a track, and they can easily tell you that these are the traps, these are the opportunities, even though when they are saying does not even make sense. But when you eventually pass through them, they are going to become a fruitful vine even to your soul. So if you are having wrong approaches to money, it's basically your mindset is victim of many social constructs that are not applicable, that are not useful for financial sabbath. So today we are going to uh, talk about these four wrong approaches. And the first wrong approaches for people towards money is that, or let me tell you basically that, don't approach money with poverty mindset. Don't approach money with poverty mindset or poverty mentality. Either of the two. Never approach money. The number one wrong approach a man can do is to begin to approach money with poverty mentality. You will never run, or you never be free from the grip of poverty. You will never be. The best thing that happen to you is you get one money here and there, but to come out of the grip of poverty totally be difficult. You see, many atrocities that have happened to many people as they approach money is that they handle money with false mentality of poverty. Sometimes give people little money, and even before they spend it, their mindset is already written all over the money. The money is right there with them at the moment, but in their mindset, they have already finished spending it. Why? Because they are already thinking about the best eatery, probably the best eatery to just go and eat and snap pictures and upload to social media that they have arrived as a proof that money is available to them. And they're always thinking about the best clothes, the best shoes, the best car, the trending materials, trending gadgets, and so on. They will never think of savings or investment. All they think about is how to spend the money. This is a poverty mentality. There's nothing best explain poverty mentality than when a man receives money and the first thing that comes to his mind is just to spend it. That is why the difference between the rich and the poor, like I always say, is not the money, it's their mindset. When money enter the hand of a rich man, what they are first thinking about is how to invest, how to save the money, how to invest, probably invest. But when the money enter the hand of a poor man, the first they are trying to do with the money is to spend it. That's the true difference between a rich man and a poor. That's why a rich man has a way to delay gratitude. They can delay gratitude to enjoy better what you want to enjoy now. See that now. But a poor man, their mindset is written over the money. If you give $1 million to a poor man and $1 million to a rich man and come after 6 months, you will see the rich man become more richer and the poor still become more poor. because he will never even think of how to first invest the money. What he will be thinking of is how to spend. He will first want to prove to people that he has arrived, buying clothes, buying expensive gadgets, buying cars, everything. He will make sure that he spend the money down. And basically, when the money begin to reduce to a drastic point, they will now hastily begin to develop idea to invest the money, and they will not want the money to. They will not want to wait for a long time. What they will want is to put money in a quick rich scheme that can give them 100% ROI, 200% ROI, 300%, 300% ROI. See that now? So they put that money so that they can multiply it quickly and spend again. And that's why many poor people are victims of many fraudulent and scams and theft here and there. You know why? Because they don't develop. If you see a rich man, they have habits of tenderness and patience. They can put their money into a job or into a investment of 10%, 12%, 50%, 25%, 20%, 80%, like that. They are patient. They build wealth little by little. But a poor man, he will see that one as a slow motion or as a slow pace to wealth. He want to everything that does not give him like 100% money doubling. Like being 100,000, you have could you have 200,000. You see that now. That's why all these quick get rich quick schemes are they are always booming because they will always have poor people who are going to fall victim of what they are doing. You see that now. Poor people will always fall victim of what they are doing. So there is false mentality of I want to get rich quick, and that false mentality is a poverty mentality. So people approaches money with poverty mentality. They approaches money with mindset of let me just spend, let me just prove to people that I've arrived, let me just let people know that me too, I have money. Let me just allow people to know that me too, I have something to show off, and all of that. And also, the obvious symptom of poverty mentality is that it always think about spending and not saving. It always think about spending, not adding value and knowledge to their lives. Not thinking about product or services that they can offer to people. They always think like a parasite, just to eat, drink, die, marry, and that's all. And that's all. That is why when you gather a rich and the poor, they may always dread the same, but their approach to money will prove to them or will prove to you that these people are different. They can have the same amount of money in their hands, but there will be a difference in how they approach the money. There will be a difference in how they spend the money. There will be a difference on how or what they use the money for. You get it now? So a poor person does not think about saving or investment or about providing value. They think about spending. They have a consumer mindset. Maybe they use that word. A poor mentality have a consumer mindset. They are the ones that make the economy to become something, because when you create a people of much consumer mindset, you are going to have a lot of problem because deep down in their heart or deep down in their economy, they are going to have a problem because they will not want to produce anything. For example, nation like Nigeria, we have a lot of consumer mindset than productivity mindset. People just want to consume, and that's why the poverty rate keep getting low. At the average Nigeria person want to just find money and consume that money on things. They don't want to provide anything. They don't want to help anything. They don't want to help humanity in any way or to improve humanity in any way. All they know is that whatever is available on the table or the marketplace, they want to buy and consume. And a consumer economy can never thrive. They will always see a poverty-stricken people everywhere, always. So if you are the person that approaches money with poverty mentality, I kid you not, you are having a wrong approach, and also you are going to have problem in getting out of poverty because your mindset have already betrayed you. Sometimes it's not just about money, like I always say. At a point in time, even a poor person, money sometimes enter their hands at interval. You get it now? There's some people that money enter, but what they do with the money is what matters. What they do with the money is what will tell us that okay, this person has a right mentality, this person does not have the right mentality. So it's not because a poor you just poor because they never work for money or money never enter their hand. The problem is that what do they do with the money? You see that now? So the problem is what did they do with the money? So the problem is never be that they don't have money or money never enter their hands. The problem is what do they do with the money? So what you do with the money is what we call your approach to money. At every point in time, opportunity will come. Even no matter how poor you are, there's opportunity will come that will bring massive money to your hand. It may come but once, it will come twice, it will come three times. But what you do with that money, it will determine what and what that going to happen to your life, or that going to happen to your finances in the future. So if you believe that money is to be approached with a savings, investment, producing value mentality, then you have signed your life for a financial freedom. But if you think money is just you have approach to money to just buy and spend and feel good alone, then you are signing your life for poverty. You see that now. So you must know these obvious symptoms that poverty mentality only depend on consuming and spending. Consuming and spending. It never think about producing value or services or investment. You see that now. So, like I always said, and I always tell people that you see money, it has a face in your life that is going to come in abundance. It is your assignment to now find out if the money will keep coming or it will stop flowing. It depends on you and depend if you have the right mentality to handle money. Money is a friend to all, an enemy to none. It depends on who or your mentality and the knowledge base you have that will give you the advantage and the power of leverage that others do not have. Apart from that, there's nothing so serious about money. Your chance will come, either now in the future. Your chance will come. The problem is, what are you going to do with that chance? Are you going to blow it away, or you are going to use that chance wisely and make sure that money become your friend? It's your choice. It's your choice. But if you do have, if you are not poor because you don't have money, you are poor because you have mentality of poverty. It's as simple as that. There's poverty as a spirit. There's poverty as a mindset. You conquer both. But many times, especially as a Christian, if you belong to a deliverance ministry, there are chances that you might have conquered poverty at spiritual level. Or if a person who pray a lot, you might have conquered at spiritual level. But the real stronghold will be at your mindset. So that now your real approach to money. The spirit may have died, but they still sustain their mindset inside you. You get it now. So there are a lot of things that may go wrong that will put you on the edge or on the platform of disadvantage. And one of those things is that poverty mentality. It just shows how you approaches the money. Just show. So give two people $1 million each, and then come after 6 months and see what they do with the money. What they do with money is not their decisions. What they do with the money is their mindset. It's the mindset that propels right or wrong decisions. So decisions are innocent. They are just subset of the mindset you sustain over time. You get it now. So if you approach money with poverty mentality, you are digging a big grave for yourself. Number two, never approach money with scarcity mentality. And I have to say this big time, and I will repeat my sentence again and again. Money is not scarce. I never think money is scarce. I repeat again. Money is not scarce. Never think money is scarce. There are times whereby you have a lot of bill before you to pay, or something like that, that may make you financially unstable for a time. That's all right. It happens to everybody. It's a phase. But I will repeat myself again. Money is not scarce. And never think money is scarce. So all the money that disappears from your hand does not relocate back to heaven. So the money is in the hand of someone on this earth. The way some people hoard money, not being frugal now, they just hoard money as though the 1 million that entered their hand, that's the last 1 million that people have for net. Come on now. There are a lot of paper money everywhere. You see that now? So the people behave as though the money in their hand is the last money on earth. So they hoard it. And money is that mindset. Money is current, it's a currency. I always say it. It likes to flow. It likes to flow. Money does not like being idle. Money does not like being hoarded. You get it now? So whenever money leave you, always have back of your mind that when this money leave me, where does it go to? And the way to legally bring it back from the person who collected your money is your assignment to find out. But don't ever think money is scarce or hard to find. Whenever money leaves your hand, it leaves your pocket to another person's pocket. The legal way, not my word, the legal and the righteous way to bring that money back to your pocket is your own assignment to find out. Go and figure it out. But don't ever think that money is hard to find or scarce. It's not scarce. The scarcity mentality about money will torture your mind about your decision and then reverse your financial condition. You see that now? It will reverse your financial condition. You will think you are having a healthy mindset, but unfortunately you are having a very wrong mindset, because when you have a scarcity approach to money, you are going to hoard money. That's number one. Number two, your decision making will be wrong. And there's one thing I learned about life, that economically life is so divine, it's so designed rather systematically and structurally, that money has to leave your hand at a very given time, no matter how much you want to hold it, or no matter how long you want to hold it. No matter how much you want or how long you want to hold it, money is designed to leave you. You know why? Because basically on earth, there are many things that you will need, basic needs. Even though you are not covetous, you don't want to spend money big time, there are basic needs that will collect your money. You see? If you wake up in the morning, there are basic things that you will need for living. At least you are going to spend on food. At least you are going to spend on basic needs. You are going to spend on food. Let's say your utility bills, water bills, electricity bills. What again now? You are going to probably buy your data subscription or airtime. Uh, that and also transport. If you don't have a car, transport. Those things are designed to make sure that money does not stay with you for a long time. It was economically we were designed that way. So scarcity mindset with hoarding money will torture your decision making because you can't uh what can I say now? You can't live this life so long without spending. So you can't successfully hoard money for a long time. Something will collect it from your hand. Basically, food. Sometimes you need to make your hair. And sometimes people who collect the money from your hand, they collect legally for your basic need. Imagine a hair salon or barbing salon that make hair for you. They knew that you can't make hair for yourself. No matter how best you want to do for you can't do it for yourself. So they have to collect money and charge you and do it for you. What about the person that just came around or that or let's say you lack clothing? You can't walk naked. You have to buy clothes. Even though don't want to buy expensive one. Even as non-expensive as they are, you're still going to pay for it. What about shoes or slippers that wear out? You got to check them. So basically, life is not designed for people who have the money. You see that now? So life is designed for people who allow the money to flow. And then when those basic needs begin to collect your money, your own assignment is to find out, okay, what are things that mean to I can do that can bring the money back to my pocket. You now see that as the money flows out of you, it flows back to you because you too you now belong to economic chain whereby no matter what you spend, you are rest assured that it's going to come back to you. Somebody going to need your service or your product somewhere somehow. You get it now. So just because money is not within your reach does not mean that money is scarce everywhere. What make money to run away from you and run to others is your preliminary task you must work on. And I must say this and confess to you, whatever it is that make money to run away from you and that money will begin to run to others is your preliminary task. It is your preliminary task that you must work on. You have to work on it. You have to work on it. Somebody who fix your hair, provide a service for you, and collect this money. Somebody who give you food or you buy food from or ingredient from, they did the service to you. You have to pay for it. The person who transport you from one place to another, a service you have to pay for it. You see that now. The utility bills that you use, electricity bill, water bills, you use them. It's a service given to you. You have to pay for it. See that now. Your data subscription to stay to be internet connected and all of that, you have to use it. And the reason being that you still don't understand that basically, or let me say, you don't understand economic chain. And if you don't belong to any economic chain or economic value, chances are excellent that you are going to have a scarcity mindset to money. Basically, basically, nobody who belongs to an economic chain will begin to hoard money because he knows that even if the money leaves me, it's still going to come back to me from that person. You see that now? So you don't approach money with scarcity mentality. Money is a mental torture. I believe me, it's a mental torture to believe that money is scarce, money is scarce, money is scarce, money disappear from my body or from my hand. I spend it and then it's not when you begin to spend money, it's not my money is not coming back to you. You have to think twice and understand that something is wrong somewhere and you need to fix them. You too, you have to belong to economic chain, a value chain system that will make sure that people too will need your product or services that will render or fetch you money. So never approach money with scarcity mentality. Money is not scarce. And never think money is scarce. Money is not scarce and never think money is scarce. And I kid you not, one of the uh, problem we have in our world today, especially the third world war, third world countries, we we develop this self-defense around money. We defend money a lot. We defend paper a lot. Money is supposed to be a shield to us, will now become a shield to it. We want to reserve it. We want to. You see, the government of every country knows how to print enough paper money for circulations. Look at it now. They have enough to. They have enough money in their bank, the central bank or the other bank they are using. So they have a robust system to print as enough as they need for circulation. So it's you that need to sit down and not torture yourself with scarcity, scarcity. There can be scarcity of food, maybe famine, I agree. There can be scarcity of maybe petroleum because of strike, I agree. There can be scarcity of some personnel, expatriates in some field of professional areas, I agree. But there is no scarcity of money. No, no. There's digital money right now, there's e-money right now, there's physical money right now. So there's no scarcity to it. It is in abundance. It is in abundance. So I want to also plead with you that you should learn how to approach money from a benevolent mindset. Let your heart be free. Let your heart be benevolent. Let your heart be, I don't know what, let your heart be thinking of surplus. That this money will reach to me. I may be doing something wrong that I'm not doing right yet, but this money will reach me as well. Have that mentality. Don't develop mentality of money is getting lost, something like that. I don't like this thing, and God even to hate it. God does not like people who think with scarcity. Nothing is never scarce for God. Nothing, absolutely nothing. It is men that always think about scarcity, not God. So every money that leaves your pocket goes to the hand of somebody who have plugged or who have placed their value around you, what you are going to need, especially your daily needs. So money is not scarce. I never approach money with scarcity mentality. If you want to financially settle and financially buoyant, you get it now. So number three, never approach money with arrival mentality. And I have to speak much on this arrival mentality. Hmm. Many people, many things that is troubling many third world countries citizens today, especially in Africa, is arrival mentality. And I have to say many things that may offend you, but that it will be a balm to your wound. I just warn you that never have the mentality to show the world that you have arrived. One of the trap a young man, let them just speak to young people right there. One of the trap a young man can easily enter at the beginning of his days is the trap or the mentality to show the world that you have arrived. And let me warn you, most of the money you make at the early stage of your days are not meant to show people that you have arrived. They are meant for your stability. They are meant for your growth. But many mistakes people keep making, especially young people, is that the moment money enter their hands, they want to show people that they have arrived, just people that they are now there. Unfortunately, they will live to regret it. Never develop the mentality to show the world that you have arrived and begin to go on a revenge mission to buy everything, eat everything anyhow, or put money in your pocket to show people that you have arrived. You see, These are unnecessary burden that God will not give you. I have to explain it better. You see, this revenge mission approach that people have towards money, it is killing. It is it is amazing that people begin to have a revenge mission approach towards money. That people already thinking their heart that by the time I have this money, I'm going to buy expensive clothes, expensive shoes, expensive gadgets, expensive car, and I will drive to the house of somebody who have told me that I'm not going to make it in life to show them that I've arrived. Who give you that necessary body? You see, that pressure alone is a wrong approach to money because when money sees that you are not a frugal person, a wise person with money, money will flee away from you. And money even has the right to not even goes around you anymore because you don't have the right mindset. Revenge mission. That revenge mission mentality. Oh, I have a girlfriend 2 years ago. She dumped me because she does not believe in me because I was a broke guy. But now that I'm rich, I'm going to buy everything to prove to her. Imagine how many people we have in the world right now. 8 billion people. You want to squander your life earnings to prove to one girl somewhere that you have arrived. People wake up in the morning and do silly things. You just wake up in the morning and begin to act strange. I don't understand those mentality, but for me, it's an attack. It's an attack to finance because Satan knows that when you have that mentality, even you eventually have the money, you are still going to squander because you are on a revenge mission. Everybody who does not believe in you, who talk down on you, who does not believe they're going to make it in life, you have that revenge to show them that you are not arrived. Unfortunately, you don't even need those things. And let me tell you something. Whether you show to people that you have arrived or not, they are still going to find out. They are. You see, every time you are under pressure to show people that money is arriving in your hand, is a wrong approach to money. And even it's also a sign that you are not there yet. By the time you want to buy everything to prove to people that you are there, it's a sign that you're not even there yet. You're not there yet. Because basically, there are many billionaires who look ordinarily, who look casual, as if they don't possess any wealth. But their approach to money will betray them because of the level of maturity and dexterity they deploy in handling money. I have witnessed this thing many times, and I always say it that there are some many wealthy, filthy rich people. They dress casual, just one polo and short and one slipper there and there, and then they move around, and then they just act as though they don't have anything. But when you see them gather, they talk investment, they talk they talk opportunities. I just invest in this business 3 days ago. I'm expecting that 10% of it or 50% of it. Okay, my oil block just came up. I'm going to have. Can you invest in it? And also, I think there's real estate opportunity going on right now. There's properties there up for sale. If you can even lease it for 2 years and rent it out for double of amount. You see them talk ideas, talk business, talk, and you see them dress casual. Let a poor man who have little money enter their midst. And there's one thing I learned about the rich is that they have no pressure and there's no need to prove to people that they are rich. And there's no time to make a revenge mission on those who say they will make it in life. They are always simple and classic. Let a poor man who has money come into the midst of the rich. Everything about his conversation with Satan and himself. I just bought this car last 2 weeks. I just carried my girlfriend to vacation in Dubai and do some shoppings, and we are coming. We branch my dive to have a step over and enjoy some time in the beach, and then I step over to Ghana to buy some stuff for my friends, and this my clothes, I just bought it for you know maybe $3,000, and this rituals is worth more than $100,000, and then this my good neck chain, and the rich are just there. That what this guy is bragging about is not even enough for us to even invest in. That these are the money we used to invest on many occasions, and these are the money that this person is using to brag. See that now? So a rich man, sometimes some may dress over pompous, but many of them dress because and this is why they dress so much in that way, is that they don't have anything to prove again. What do you want to tell somebody when you are rich? The less you want to impress people, because there's some time you want to impress, but now that you are rich, everybody knows that you are rich. There's nothing to prove again. You are rich, you are rich. There's no time for them to spend on impressing people, trying to make people believe that they are now rich. They don't have that time again. Now they are focused. They want to scale higher. They want to maximize their opportunities. They want to set generational wealth for their children born and the one even unborn. So they are not out there again to chase clout. They are in for a business, and that's how rich people think. They are in for business. So, and I always tell people that when you go to the midst of the rich, you will see that most of their conversations are not about themselves, it's about opportunities. You see, how to know the circle of the rich and the poor is that the poor talk about themselves, their achievements, their egos, their proud moments. The rich talk about investments, opportunities, value, and all of that. Those are the sole major difference between the rich and the poor. And let me tell you, even though you are a poor person, by the time you sit down in the midst of the rich for a long time, something is going to happen to your mentality. You are going to think in a different way. Your mindset will to shift. You will see opportunities every time. You will hear opportunities that you won't see on radio or newspaper. You are going to see bigger job opportunities that you won't see on the common man's desk. Start now, because what they are concerned about is connection, scaling higher, business investment, all of that. They are not concerned about how much they want to dress to impress people, or how much of car they want to buy to let people know that they are already rich, and there's nothing for them to prove again. But the poor person, the moment money enter their hands, they want to show that they have arrived, and it's a trap and also an attack. It's a mental attack. I mean, and let me tell you, when you are coming from scratch, don't make the mistakes of the money that God begin to bring your way by mercy, then you begin to squander it to first prove people that you are okay, you are fine. And the danger is that if the money stop flowing, if the money stop flowing, because when money comes to you at a certain time, if you don't reinvest or take the opportunity of those money, the money will start flowing. And if the money stop flowing, you will now need to go and enter debt to maintain the supposed status quo you are giving yourself in society. Because you don't want to fall your hand, you don't want to reduce your status quo to, you don't want people to mock you that there's no money again. So you now keep borrowing to maintain that image you have given to yourself and before the people. See that now? So there are many reasons why people does not have that leverage again, or they're not able to conquer poverty despite the fact that they are having money. It's because the money they are having, they are not using it for reinvestment and opportunities. They are consuming it. They want to make people that they arrive. Somebody who just having a fat salary and money keep coming, instead of him to use that money to invest or do some things, he begin to spend anyhow. And unfortunately, economy change. Something happened so that now, and then now they have to sack people, and that the person is sacked. If it's person that have a rich mentality, that money you have made for some time will be enough for him to even sustain for a time. Pending the time goes go for another job. Some people they have a high paying job, but yet they are still living very, very poor because of their reckless spending to show people that they have arrived. You see, one of the needless problems Satan can give to a man is to make them believe that they need to prove people, or you need to tell people, you need to let people know that you too you are now top of your world. You see, it is only fake money mongers that approach money as if they have arrived, but they're not truly not. There is a realm we will conquer money, we will conquer this mindset that there's nothing basically to prove again. You are just living your life. And let me say this thing as I move away from this point. When you truly have money, when you are truly rich, even though you don't show it, eventually people will know. Eventually, people will know. Because by the time people sense that uh, economically you are not borrowing, you are living good, you are buying things, even though they're expensive, you are buying things without borrowing. People are crying about economic recession, you're not talking about anything, you are fine, you are good. People begin to notice that this person, how is he living? How is she living? Is it that he has some advantage that we don't have? By the time they dig you well, they find out, they're going to realize that you are actually rich, but you don't make much about it. And by so doing, are going to give you more respect and honor because they find out by themselves that you're actually rich, and they're going to give you so much respect for it. But by the time you want to prove to people that you are actually rich, people repels you because you're going to talk more from arrogance and from egocentric more point of view, and people will begin to repels you. And when people to repels you, they will just see you as a arrogant person with money. See that now. So you must find out, and you must know that uh, Araba mentality is the wrong approach to money. Never push. You don't have any business with anybody, because when you go broke, nobody's coming out to come and help you. So live your life at one time at a go. Don't live your life. Don't go into debt. Don't spend recklessly to prove to somebody out there as a sign that you are rich. You don't need it. It's a needless problem many people are giving to themselves right now. Very needless. Very needless. Imagine spending your whole life savings just to impress people. Those are unnecessary burdens that God will not give you. And I'm not sure if you give yourself either. So be frugal, be contented, live your life low key as much as you can till everything is scale up, till everything is now balanced. And there's one thing about life: when you live your life that way, the urge to prove people will die naturally. So by the time you have everything you need, you don't want to prove anything to anybody again. The urge will die naturally. It will die naturally. It will never be there again. So never approach money with an arrival mentality. The last one is that never approach money with self-centeredness mentality. And I have to tell you that for a man um who want to wealthy in a kingdom way, I can tell you and align us that you need to conquer greed and self-centeredness. I kid you not. You need to conquer greed and self-centeredness. You need to. Because one of the major attributes that God will see in your life before He bless you is that we have to see the selfless act. God wants to bless you so that you can be a blessing to others. The goal of God is not to make you the end. God wants to make you a means to an end. If you want to prosper in God's way, one of the mentality you must have in your head, or let me give you a graphical mentality, is the mentality of a pipe that as a conduit that pass water. A pipe that is not blocked, that pass water every time, will never be dry of water. Because as you water others, you're going to have you're going to water too. See God as the tank, as the reservoir. See yourself as the pipe. When God blesses you, there are others that God have in heart that money is going to reach. E.g., like widows, like orphanage, like the poor. God is expecting that when I bless you, there are people that money will reach. And that is the idea of God's kingdom wealth. God does not just bless you because you are good or because you work hard. He blesses you because He has seen your heart. And one of the things that God doesn't want to see in your heart is selfishness, self-centeredness. The ability, the mentality of me, myself, and I. Everything that comes to you, it must end with you. No, that's not the overview of God. That's not the mentality of God. God wants to do something beyond you. So self-centeredness mentality is a reprobate mindset that is both harmful to men and even harmful to society at glance. And also it is a demonic thing when you think whenever money comes to your hand, it's only meant for your consumption. Maybe simply because you have suffered too much in life or you work so hard to earn the money, that does not justify a need for self-centered mentality towards money. God hates it, humanity hates it. And self-centered people are going to be stingy, they are going to hoard money, money will not circulate to them. They hoard money. Money will always become a two-edged sword that kill both the owner and also the people around him. If a selfish mentality is deployed in managing it, I repeat myself again, money will always become a two-edged sword that will kill both the owner of the money and the people around him. If a self-centered mentality is deployed in managing it, you know why? Anywhere you see people who have self-centeredness, is that people kill them or they kill themselves. It's very rampant in many leaders, politicians, and people who have money. That is why you see people that the more they have money, the more lonely they become because they are stingy, they are self-centered. Nobody benefits from what they have. Nobody enjoys what they have. Nobody has be a beneficiary of what they can. They're just there lonely like that. That is why I always said it that a society whereby a rich man lives and he gives to people, that rich man does not need a security guard anywhere. The people become a guard for him. No thief, no armed robber can successfully enter that man's house and go scot-free. The community will make sure that that man is protected. But go to a community whereby there's a rich man and is stingy, is selfish, does not give. Even if the man's house is burning with fire, nobody will come to the rescue. Because any money people are not benefiting from, they don't see it as something to die for. You see that now? So a society whereby there are too many self-centered people is going to become a hardened society. Very hardened society. That is why we have too much thieves, armed robbery, and all of that. Because the money is circulating. The people that have the money, they hoard it a lot. they hoard the money a lot, and they have deployed this selfish approach to it. And we have many of them in the politics. They never care about the citizen. They never care about the people. All they want to do is corruption to pack the money meant for the citizens for their own consumption only. That is why no matter where any politician enter, they can't go without a very tight security aid, because they know that they are good. They can't come out of that community safe-handed. Their security is not safe, but somebody will be angry enough to stone them. Somebody will be angry enough to even kill them if chance given, because what belongs to society, they have sit on it and eat it up. So if a man has self-centered mentality, chances are that you may not be able to even reproduce or multiply the money again, because you are so self-centered about the money. So allow money to be your slave and not your master. See, don't be unfortunate. Allow money to be your slave and not your master. Money is a obedient slave and a wicked master, people always say. And when you are self-centered, money will become your master. And a wicked one for that matter. Money will drive your heart so crazy. It will drive your heart so mad that you are going to be imagining what you can't imagine, because money itself has an aura. That is spirit attached to it. So one of the way you can and one of the things that breed greed is what we are talking about. And the only way greed can be conquered is when you are giving. Do you know how God hates greed and self-centeredness? God hates it so much. God hates it so much because by the time God sees you so self-centered and greedy, you are not God candidate for people, because God does not give you money just for your sake only. God also give you money for the sake of others. So God give you money, you have your own portion in it, and others have their own portion in it. But if you believe that God only give you money just only for your sake, there is a problem in your mentality, and it's called self-centeredness, selfishness. No, and a self-centered people can kill for money, and that's the last thing I'm going to say, and how dangerous it can be. Self-centered people can kill for money. If you do business with them, they don't care killing you to have all the profits, and they don't even care if they can't kill you. They don't care to softly bamboozle you, that they can have that percentage of the money. You do a business together with them, it's supposed to be share 50-50. They can have a way to trick you. They can have 70% of the money, and you have 30%. Self-centeredness. A self-centered person, they can do anything for money. In fact, they are dangerous people with money, and they are dangerous people to work with. Very, very dangerous. If you have them around, be rest assured that you are going to be attacked. And if you do business with them, be rest assured that you are going to lose on the long run. Eventually, they may play along with you to get you comfortable with them, but at the end of the day, they are going to trick you because of the formation of their heart, because of how dark and how self-centered their heart is. We live in a world right now that you can't even imagine one of the things that is going on in people's head. Many wrong things are going on in people's head. People are almost going mad, doing wrong and vague things because of self-centeredness, because they just know about themselves only. So we see self-centered people, they give them. I've seen people that they can give them money. I say this money, this 100,000, share with 5 others. They will take like 7,000 of the money or 8,000. They will not share the 20,000 with people, and they will still lie that this money that they have or they give it to them. Self-centeredness. I've seen this thing many times, many times, many times. I've seen people whereby they gave the guy money to give to us, but by the time the guy will come to us, he said he lied and gave us small portion of the money, whereby he take a larger percentage of the money for himself. See that now? People are already self-centered. People heart are very dark, very dark. And people heart are very bitter. Whenever you see a self-centered person, they can do anything to clear you out of the way for their own selfish gain. You know, it's a terrible situation. It's a terrible act. It's a terrible posture. A man that can sustain before God and man. And let me just warn you: when you see a man who have a self-centered approach to money, run away from them, because eventually they are going to if they don't take your life in the process, they are going to hurt you so bad financially that you're not able to recover for the rest of your life. I can give you that one caveat for free. Self-centered people are like that. They can do so much. They can go beyond the line. They can go beyond the way to make sure that everything, if everything cannot come to them, other part of that thing will come to them. Self-centeredness, selfishness, selfishness, selfishness is very rampant in our today's world. That is why the basis for kingdom wealth is so much different from the world. It's so much different. The world out there, they teach you self-centeredness, how to claim people's earth for your own sake, how to trick people's money, reap them of their money, and for your own sake. That's the way of the world. But the kingdom, God does not like those things. God hates them. God hates them. And you yourself, you want to prosper from God's perspective, you have to hate everything that God hates. God hates self-centeredness. That is the problem of Judas. Self-centeredness. Always for his own profit. A woman came and said, a woman looked the alabaster box, he poured it on Jesus' leg and began to use his hair to wipe Jesus' leg. As the hair was wiping Jesus' leg, the Bible says this guy was full of he was indignant. So why can't we sell this perfume oil, and we can have 30 worth of shekel of denary so that we can give to the poor? And it's not, Bible says it's not because of the poor, because he want to steal. And Jesus knew. But Jesus played along with him. But eventually he's one that later killed himself because of self-centeredness and greed. Jesus knew that the mentality that this guy have, and that thing pushed him to go and even sell Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. Self-centeredness. The money that he couldn't even spend, he still go and hang himself. You see, this mentality can drive people crazy. When you have self-centered towards money, you are going to kill yourself. Now I mentioned earlier, you're going to kill yourself and even hurt people around you. You're going to kill yourself eventually and hurt people that are around you. So these are 4 major wrong approaches that people have towards money. The list is endless, but these are the 4 major things. And if you are guilty of any of these 4, please, I want you to take cognizance, notice of these things, and change. Have a change of mindset, because if you don't, we are going to have a lot of hindrances in being blessed by God, because those are the wrong approaches that the financial world hates. Even God also hates it. So I believe that you have your value for time, and you have learned a lot about the 4 wrong approaches of people towards money. The next time we meet, we are going to talk about money movement, where money runs to. We are going to talk about where money runs to. There are money movement like a conduit, like a chain. There's a way, there's a place where money runs to. If you know that place, go there. You're going to find money there. I'm going to talk about this place where money runs to in our next video. I believe that you have your value for time, and until next time I see you, Stay blessed and God bless you. And make sure that you pray on these 4 things not to affect you as you scale higher in your financial journey. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye for now.